There I am. How's it going, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the LTGuitarist live stream. On a different day of the week. I wasn't feeling especially inspired yesterday, so I'm streaming today and slightly earlier because it's meant that I've had a bit of time to set something up and come up with an idea. And also, Native Instruments is currently not working on my computer. It's not that it's not working on my computer, it's that one of my hard drives has become corrupt, so I can't really use it. And of course, it's the hard drive where not only are all my games installed, but Native Instruments and a bunch of my software plugins are installed. So I've got hardware. Mango Flush on Twitch. How's it going, buddy? Right, so, yeah, interesting title. I am going to be trying to take images of the coronavirus and using something called Sonification or audification, turn them into music, or at least sound. White Matrix on YouTube, how's it going, man? I say trying to, we will definitely turn them into sound, but whether it'll be any good is an entirely separate thing. So I'm trying to work out what the best place to start is, and I think maybe kind of as like a musical warm-up, I might just try and do a beat on the circuit, and then we'll transfer onto the Sonification thing. Mango Flush, that's the thing that Aphex Twin did with his own face. Yes, Aphex Twin used Sonification to put an image of his own face into one of his tracks. Mick Gordon, the dude who scored Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is a great game, but just it's a lot of game. He used Sonification to hide 666 and pentagrams and all kinds of cool stuff in the Doom scores. And actually, I got a tip from him. I watched one of his lectures and downloaded the software Harmour by the guys that did Fruity Loops, which is an actual a VST instrument that allows you to put images into sound. Yes, that's the right way around. But I'm also using something called Photo Sounder, which does it in a slightly different way. So to start with, I think I'm going to create a really basic beat inside of, that is blank, that's good, inside of the circuit, and then I'm then just going to pull that into Cubase. So let me just set up the tracks. You are input number 5. I need a new audio interface as well. Let's make sure you work. That could be a bit louder, couldn't it? And I gotta say, whatever set I'm using on the circuit, I don't love it, but it is what it is. So do I do an entire kit in one? No, I'm going to do them separate just to be awkward. So let's do a really simple beat.
Work it out.
Stick a bit of reverb on that snare. and then hi-hat as well. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's just change the velocity, make it slightly random. Okay, and then we're just going to record them in separately. So we'll do the kick drum. Oh, no, hang on. What tempo are we? That'll probably do, 92. So let's change this tempo to 92. And we're just going to record a couple bars. I don't need the click track. Perfect. That's literally all we need. So we'll stick that over to the start of that bar. And we're gonna duplicate. We're gonna. And we've got snare, and we've also got hats. I'm going to stick the hats off to the side. Let's do the hats next, actually. Oops. What have I done? Sorry about the helicopter. And I cut it off early on purpose. So that's got to align there and there. We're going to bring that slightly forward, actually, so it's slightly out. For fun, you see. Yeah. And then snare, I actually want to change the pitch as it goes. Yeah, maybe like that. I don't know. Let's duplicate that a few times, and then we'll do like a 4-bar repeat. I'm never going to get that perfect, but I'm just aligning that so I know it's roughly in the same place. Cool. So then that's going to go there. I'm really into the whole things being sampled and out of time and stuff thing. I just really dig it. So now our drum loop is this. Cool. So that's the drum pattern. Let's have a think maybe what we could do with this thing. I had a really stupid idea for something that might be fun, just to like highlight sections. So firstly I need to do input 6. I'll just call it synth 1. And then we're going to get to the janky stuff. That could be louder. Cool. I'll play you what I had in mind. So doing D. D sharp. So what I might do is a few rotations of that, because I'm not playing it perfectly, because I'm not a keyboard player. So we'll just see where we go. Gonna get some stupid effects as well, because I can. Cool. And I kept going there because I quite like the feel of it without the tempo. It might be garbage, I don't know. So let's align that there, and let's give this a colour so we can sort of see it a bit better. And you of course can't see any of that because I've turned that on. Buttons, pressing the buttons. There it is. Let's go with purple. So let's... Sounds cool. Hey, Mango Flush is on YouTube now. You're all over the place, helping me inflate my numbers. Cool, so let's have a look at... We had those, and these which were A-tempo. A-tempo, not having a tempo. These ones sounded a little bit weird, so what I'm going to do is listen through, and any of them that are like a little too out of time, or that just sounded bad because of whatever, I'm just going to cut them and replace them with something else. Mango Flush Omnipresence. Hey, you've got it down. That was not right. That's okay. That was not. Is this one alright? I think it is actually. Right, so now we just need to fill in those gaps. So I'm going to say, we'll maybe start off with the same two in each section for now, because those two looked fine. Those two. Let's put this one over there. You three over there, and then you two, and that's one full rotation. And we'll just make sure that those are in time. I'm going to give them a tiny bit of a tail as well. Because as much as I like doing things with hardware and kind of having mistakes, like, I also like correcting those mistakes. Because I'm that kind of person. There. Slightly over, put you slightly over, and then you guys there, and then, oh, that's slightly out, isn't it? We'll put you there, that can go there, slight fade in, that one's fine, so those work, and then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep some, I need that on the bar already, don't I? I'm going to keep some of them where they are. Maybe the first 4, I don't know. Just to keep some level of repetition, something to kind of latch onto as a listener. Not that they're like crazy different. I'm going to let that one stay out. And then we'll pull these guys in. So I quite like that there is a pattern, but it's not any pattern that you ever need to realistically know or try to latch onto as a listener. That one's way out. Put you there. Amazing. And you can go there. And we've got a pair. Oh yeah, so we've got that janky one at the end to sort of end a phrase. Oh no, not quite. So we'll take those. Try that again. We'll take those, put them here. Oops. Yeah. And then we'll copy those. Copy those. They're out of time, so maybe not. How long have we got? It's so hard to read. We've got 1.5. So we'll copy that block. That's good. And we've got 3 blocks, so that'll do it. Over you go. Nice. Let's have a listen, and I'll maybe stick some EQ or something on there as we go. Tidy up the lower end of some of these hits as well. very cool. I'm going to do something which I stole from Andrew Huang recently. I'm going to kind of create an effects. Don't really know what to call it. Like a semi-randomized glitch type ambience. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Don't worry about it. So we're going to send that to there. We're going to maybe -8. What's it going to go? Pre-fader. So we've got a little bit of low end coming off of that. We're going to go a little bit of reverb. We're going to stick a ring modulator on it. Ah, that wasn't a sentence. We're going to stick a ring modulator on it. Nice. We're going to send a little bit of hi-hat that way as well. Maybe a tiny bit of the synth. I don't know. Want to modulate some of that as well for fun. Change some of the angles. So it just adds some weirdness in the background, but not in the bass frequencies, because otherwise it's going to get a little bit too muddy. Right, so let's get into the crazy, stupid side of stuff. I have got... Ooh, Mixer Hypebot. I don't know what a Hypebot is, but thank you, unknown Neep90. Thanks for following. Don't know what Hypebot is. I think that might be something built into Mixer. I'm truly not sure. But hi, anyway, hello. Thanks for following. Right, so this is where things get a little bit janky and strange. I have a folder here full of coronavirus images, and I want to sort of be quite conscious of the fact that people are dying all over the world. Yeah, they are, but like also I don't really have a lot of outside influences telling me what to write music about at the moment. So here we are anyway. I don't want to... When you sort of think about sonification, the thing that comes to mind usually first is data, turning data strings into numerical values into audio, music in some way, and I don't really think that's art, and also I feel like that would be massively insensitive to take any string of data related to the coronavirus. So instead, we're just going to take some images and turn them into sound through audification or sonification, which, as Mango Flush said earlier on Twitch, that's the thing Aphex Twin did with his own face. So we are going to try and use a couple different methods. We've got a few different images. I took this quite well-known image of the virus under a microscope of some kind. I don't even know if that's accurate, but it's an image that's become associated with the virus, hasn't it? So I took the background away. So we've got like a complete, where's it gone? Complete alpha, or like just a black background. You'll see later the black background's useful for photo sounder. I've also got these, I didn't know what to call them, so I called them treetops. Bit blurry, but whatever. They're just the tops of these little weird, I don't know, they look like a bit like broccoli trees. So there's that, and I sort of put them, so I lined them up so they start with a flat line. If you read them left to right, that's where you're going to start. So I sort of thought they look a little bit like snares, just a tiny bit. So why not try and turn them into snares? So we're going to try and use Harmour, if it decides to work. Deadly broccoli, that's right, Mango Flush. IL Harmour, there you are. Okay. That's well loud. Sorry about that. Can I control you with... my... No, I can't control you with that. That's really unhelpful. Okay, so what we'll do... I'm just going to set off a little MIDI pattern on C1. Where are the snares? Why is that so loud? I haven't really used this a whole lot. Global volume? No, okay, fine. We're just going to mute you for the moment. And I'm just going to... There we go. Have you there and there. And then there and there, where the snares are. And we're just going to duplicate that a bit. Okay. Deadly trees. So we have got an image synthesizer built into Harmour. So I guess maybe I want to find a template for image synthesis. Pixels 3, pixels 1, pixel 2 volume. So you can see how that works. The brighter things make the most sound. So let's try pulling in. I wonder if I can just drag and drop. Hey, look at that. So we're going to start there. And it's going to make no sound, which is perfect for us. Speed it up. Nope. Let's instead try pixel to volume, pixel to frequency. Ooh. It's stalling. There we go. Let's do a Control S to save. We want to start it there. Still no sound. Oh, a little bit of sound. Okay, it doesn't like it because we're not holding those notes down. So I think thing one is we need to make them longer. Thing two is we need to make the sound go past faster. Ah ha ha, there it is. I don't really know what any of these buttons do, by the way, so please don't ask. So a couple of things we need to do. Pitch it up quite a bit. And also have it in D. So now it's in tune, which is better. Do I mean D sharp? I do mean D sharp, thank you. So what I might do is, just out of curiosity, export a small section of that, bring it into Photosounder and see what it looks like. Because if we can't really see the deadly trees, I don't know if that's a problem. I haven't really decided yet. So let's go... Let's just do it as it is. I'll just shove it there. Test bounce. Go. Done. Good. Right, let's take that. Let's put it into test exports. Make a new folder, shoving it over there, and then we're going to open Photosounder. Photosounder is essentially a spectrograph that you can play. So what can we see? Not a whole lot. I think that's them at the top, isn't it? So maybe we need to make them longer than that. So I'm going to cut that there. And then we're just going to turn the speed down. Okay, so now it's doing it. It's just a bit intrusive of a sound. So I wonder if there's any way we can make it slightly less intrusive. And also it's ending there. So I wonder if there's a way we can do... Poop, where is anything helpful in this software? Just trying to make it more intrusive, less intrusive rather. Does it show how much? Oh, here we are. I think that is sort of what we want. It's a bit better. A bit less of an attack. Why are you up there? Maybe I want... Confused myself with the software I barely ever use. Change anything. Just going to keep turning buttons till it sounds better. Maybe like a... Because what's sort of annoying is that doesn't feel like it's... just feels like a synth. It doesn't feel like anything different to that. So let's do the same thing. Let's export that, see what that looks like, and if it doesn't look any cooler, we'll maybe use Photosounder instead. It's possible that, like, I just haven't worked out how to do the really weird stuff. Oh yeah, test on the desktop. Desktop. Nope. That's good. Test bounce, here you come. Test bounce 2. Photosounder, open. Test bounce 2. Oh. So that's just a synth. That's just a really basic synth. So that's not what we want at all. So let's go into Photosounder and we're just going to open Treetop 1, which is one of the most imaginative names I've ever come up with. How does this sound? I mean, that's way cooler. Let's put it into vision mode. Let's maybe turn the gamma down because it's a little bit much. So we're just turning down the brightness. That looks a bit more like what I want. A bit faster, I think. Is that way? I can never remember. Okay, that's what we want. So we're going to File, save that as a wave sound. Make a new folder. I'm going to call it Tree 1. We're also going to do another one where we change the frequencies ever so slightly, and the timing and the gamma, just to give it a bit of variety. So then we're going to save that as tree. Going to call it 1-1 because I've got tree 1, 2, 3, and I want to be able to sort of tell the difference between the original ones. I don't know if that made sense of the sentence, but you can deal with it. So then tree top 2. So similar deal. That's quite bright, isn't it? So how does that sound? Yeah, so we're going to save that as waveform tree 2. I can't bother to do another one for that one just yet, so then we're going to go image editing, tree top 3, again lower the gamma, maybe change that to there, that to there. It's not loaded yet. Okay, and then we'll go file, save, Sony Audio, wave sound tree 3. Cool, so now we've got 4 different versions of a similar thing, so we can close that. So we can just put Deadly Trees in the bin for the moment, and we can bring in these 4 audio files. So let's clip them to begin with. I don't really know where to put them. I'm going to cut them to just before the sound starts. Yeah, like that. I know some of them are a bit longer, aren't they? Never mind. I think they want to go like there, maybe. Nah, before that. So like, oops, on the beat, please, there. So that one's a tiny bit loud, so we're just going to kill that a little bit. We're going to put that one there. We're going to put that one there. We're also going to send that to the weird glitchy reverb. And then -8. That's pretty good. I want to give it a bit of its own reverb, and I want to get rid of some of the low end. That's cool. It's a bit harsh up there. And then let's go reverb. That's pretty cool. So let's do a export of this track. Going to bring them forward a little bit. Oh, I think I've got a window open. Just so, like, if there's a peak, it kind of aligns with a beat or something. Yeah, like that. It can go there. Okay. So this is the kind of thing when we talk about sonification, we talk a little bit about how, you know, is it actually art? Is it actually, well, yeah, is it art if you then, or is it true to the medium if you then start manipulating the sound? But I think the art is where you find uses for the sounds as they are. That's my thing. And yes, I spent a long term worrying about whether or not what I do has any validity. So let's take a look at test export 3. Loading. So I'm hoping that you can kind of see those tree shapes a little clearer. I don't know if you will. I'm just hoping that. So you can see... Oh yeah, look at that. Ha 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 ha. That's pretty dope. Okay. So you can see these big boys at the bottom. Those are our kick drums. These guys, which I thought were those sounds earlier, obviously they're not. They're the hi-hats because they're less constant than the sound was previously. It is noise. You're absolutely right. Na 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 na, and then the wiggle. That's our bass line, and the snares are kind of these guys. So that looks really dope. Pretty scary as well. They look a bit squished up when you do that, but then anything's a bit squished up unless you zoom in. So that's pretty cool. What I just want to try is if we then save that as a BMP. I'm going to call that some kind of garbage. And close out of that. Oh, did it save it or did it not save it? It did not save it. Okay, never mind. I'll do that for the next one. Right, so we have that, which is pretty cool. What else could we do with that? Well, let's turn this into something a little more like a song. So we'll take those images. And we'll copy them. I'm on beat again. Bar is what we want. Copy. Oh no. Oh poop. I'm being really dense. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's the fourth one of each of them is cut off slightly, so we're just going to fix that. And then we're going to move some of these around just to provide a little bit of variety. Make it feel not necessarily human, just a bit different. That's all. You're going to lower some velocities and increase some other ones. Amazing. So that is... How many repeats is that? 1, 2, and a bit. Okay, so we'll get rid of those 4. So what I would like to do now is... Maybe we take those crazy sounds. Oopsie, excuse me, just punching everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 somehow. And we're going to have that as kind of like an intro. Shove that over there. I actually wanted hi-hats, my bad. Oops. I'm going to take some of them. I'm going to stretch them out a bit. Yeah, like that. It's pretty crazy. I'm also going to sort of mask them a bit. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We had some weird synths, didn't we? So what I'm going to do is take those, which are a bit weird, and we're going to go audio, process reverse, cool, and we're going to use those as kind of like, you could call them uplifters maybe, I don't know, I don't know the technical words for all the words, just some of them. Oops. Shove this one in there. That one, I'm just looking at the bar lines. Yeah, you can go there. And this one, I guess can go there. And I'm going to do a tiny bit of fade there. We're going to add reverb. Nice. And we're going to, of course, automate that out before it gets to the actual beat, I guess you'd call it. So now our intro, which of course needs to be a different colour, is this. Okay, let's also take a kick drum. Are those out of time? Are they slightly out of time on purpose? They are slightly out of time on purpose, but they do actually need to be on those beats. Yeah. So we're going to stick kick drum there, kick drum there, kick drums there and there, kick drums there and there. Okay, so now our intro is this. Those things sound weirdly vocal, don't they? So what I might do is actually take them from there and have them start the second repeat of that whole section. That just feels a bit more like, because if they happen instantly, it just feels like a bit too much, you know? Okay, so what are these, by the way? I don't know if we need them. Okay. Let's think about what else we might be able to do. We can lower the volume of that quite a lot. I think in general that can come down maybe 3. So we're going to maybe -8. Yeah, that's alright. Cool. I feel like the snare could be a little more. That's all right. Okay, so just trying to think what other stupid coronavirus things we could shove in there. I'm wondering about like if we use the Happy Birthday tune, that might be a bit stupid, or fun. Let's try. I think we definitely want a pad of some kind, but again, I want to try and like work in these different sounds. So we're going to open Pad Shop, and we are going to close that for a second. Oh, we'll actually no. Let's start off with the bass of a sound. That'll do. But of course we've got another layer here with nothing loaded in. Patch Up is a really good granular synthesizer. Granular synthesis is you basically take a sound file, you chop it up into tiny little grains, and then you throw them everywhere. That's what granular synthesis is. So let's maybe use Photo Sounder to play a bigger image of like the entire end of my sentence, the virus image. But of course that's got a lot of bass information in it, so I'm just going to bring the bass end up to like 200 there, lower the high a little bit as well. Yeah, that's alright. Just gonna darken it a tiny bit. Okay, yeah, something like that is fine. So let's go save as a wave. Virus full. I'd say that's a short sample. Cool, let's close out of that, and then we can drag and drop that onto there. So now if we have only this layer, oh yeah, we need to position maybe there. Speed needs to be about at least 100. Let's have several going on. We want them kind of random, I guess. Maybe not that much. So what happens if we combine them? It's sort of just a bit noisy, isn't it? What if we take it down to just 3? That's alright. We can do with a bit of just randomness in there as well. Maybe we need to... Let's see what this is going on. It's got chorus and delay, so we'll stick some chorus on that one as well. Time... We're just going to try and mimic some of these. And delay it's got as well. Cross. Oh, let's go sync and sync. Yeah, feedback. High damp we will have a little bit. Oh no, on that one we will have a little bit and a little less mix. What have we got? Can I copy those? No, that'd be really easy. So we want that up, or that all the way down, interesting, and that up a bit. Those more even. We want that up. This is kind of fun. I mean, it should all be kind of fun. Music is supposed to be fun. Yeah. That can go up. Rate KF, I don't know what that is, but good, we've got it now. Resonance up. So all I'm doing at the moment is just trying to make sure that these sounds kind of feel like they're from the same source, almost. And that's basically down to how we're using these samples. 374, 77, 100, spread 16, pitch 0. Ooh. They do feel a bit like they blend. Random 3, random 14 instead. Spread 12. Nice. Okay, so a little bit of envelope, a little bit of formant, pitch -2. We'll use that up 1 octave. Ooh. Might stick that there. It's a bit much. That's dope. Okay, so we've got our stupid D sharp pattern. Let's see. Something like that. That's sort of what I'm after. Copy. And then let's have some kind of intro as well. I don't know, same pattern? I think after 4 repeats it needs a change. Yeah, maybe here. I like that. Then let's copy that there. Cool, let's have a little listen. just needs to start on that beat, but otherwise that's fine. Boop boop. So I had a really, really stupid idea for something that I think might be kind of fun. I noticed that the image of the virus obviously has like this sphere to it, so I wondered if there was some way we could kind of outline the top half of it, do like a semicircle thing, but like as the sort of confine the whatever music is underneath it to within the semicircle using frequencies. I don't know, which I don't think makes a damn bit of sense, but we're gonna try it. So what I'm gonna do to begin with is I think we need a really long sample of the virus. So I'm gonna do similar thing to what we did before. I'm gonna open up inside of Photo Sounder where's it gone? The full virus. We're going to put vision mode on, bring the gamma down a little bit, and we're going to make it really quite long. So other way, so like enough to be like a bridge or like the bulk of a song or something. Even longer than that. That's implicitly 6 minutes, which could be a bit. So let's go 2 minutes. I don't know if those are minutes, but whatever. That'll probably do. So we'll do that. We'll save that as a wave. I don't know where to put that. Virus full long. We'll go out of there. So we're going to cut down that. We're going to assume that the halfway point, which is there, is kind of the apex of the dome. We're not going to manipulate the audio too much more. We might stick a little reverb on it because it's going to sound janky. Oh no, let's send it to the thing, obviously. Let's go -12. I'm going to put a compressor on it because otherwise it's going to get brutal. Cool. So we want to put in a really simple beat. But maybe the beat doesn't come in until like, I don't know. Yeah, screw it. Let's do that. So, yep. Cool. Let's have a really simple snare. I think maybe there. Again, we're just gonna align it, duplicate a whole load. Hello, Truistic Quill 3 on Mixer. How's it going? Cool. And then it's going no. Well, that's too bad. So I think we need to change the snare because it sounds doesn't sound especially epic. So I think we're going to go a lot bigger of the mix. To like 47. And the same we're going 40. Oh, come on, 7. That's all right. So what we want to do is, how are we going to achieve this? So what I want to do is have all the instruments kind of a low pass filter that opens up, ideally along the same curve as this guy. But how am I going to achieve that if this is also part of that mix? I guess I need to put them in a group track of some kind. Create side folder. Yeah, that's fine. Let's call it, I don't know. Not quite the whole thing. So if I go, I want to, there it is. So I direct route it to there. So it goes there, and then that goes to it. So same for you, not quite the whole thing, not quite the whole thing, not quite the whole thing. That I apparently can't. Not important. Not quite the whole thing. Can I not, because you're a MIDI instrument, send you... Interesting. Alright, on output. Okay, you know what, we'll deal with those after. So let's put a... What do we want first? Low pass filter, isn't it? Or just some kind of filter. Can we do it with EQ? Probably not. Tristic Quill is telling me not to be sexy, but I can't really help that. Dual filter, more filter. Will I do it? Because you don't really get to... Nah, you can't choose the... So let's just try... Nope, not that one. Let's try... with just the studio EQ. So, let me see if I've got this right in my head. We want to have it basically entirely open here, but then here have only low end, and here have only low end. Yes, I'm a genius. So we'll put that just off to the side so I can sort of see it. So we want to automate Studio EQ band 4, gain. So we want to have it 0 gain at this point. Ooh, I can go a little bit high, can't we? More like there. Yeah. And then at this point it needs to be low and low. Doesn't appear to be moving, which is good. Do I mean band 4? Is band 4? Or frequency, is that what I want to change? Oh, that's the volume, because I'm an idiot. Good job, me. So we want the frequency here. So it needs to do that. No, the opposite of that. Yeah, opposite of that. It's confusing, isn't it? And then I think here we want to go back on ourselves a bit. Likewise here, we want to ease into it, kind of. Let's put a curve on it. This might be awful, by the way, I don't know. Oh no, other way, my bad. Except not that much. We only want it to go up to... Yeah, that one. Cool. So then we want that to be slightly above 0 if it can't be below. There we go. Right, so just to see if it looks like remotely what I want it to look like, which, you know, it might not, we're just going to export that and see what we have. So exports, test bounce 4, we'll call it bridge, so we know what we're on about. Oh, just crunching all of my appendages. Looks like Truistic Quill on Mixer has had a bit of a fit and has now calmed down or left, which is lovely. So, test bounce the bridge. We want to go into test exports and we want to open Photo Sounder. We want to open Sonic test exports bridge. So this may or may not work. Oh, it sort of works. But of course what I did is we used the whole top half of this virus. We used the whole virus, I only wanted to use the top half really. So let's... Okay, we need to redo that sample. So Photo Sounder. I'll poop and then I have to remember how I did that before. Sony Audio, no image editing. The full thing. Oh, we don't want the full thing, do we? That's why we're in this mess. So let's edit that. So we only want, oh, we don't need the whole thing, do we? We can put there. And then we want half of it, so like that. Yes. So then we're going to save as. COVID top half. Amazing. Then we can get rid of that, and then we can open. No, we don't want that. We can open COVID top half, and we want it to be however long that was. Slightly less, yeah, something like that. Slower. Was it like? Oh, it was like 2 minutes. If those are minutes, which they might not be. 1. There it is. Amazing. So save. Wave. Couldn't see it. Virus. Ooh, virus. Long top half. Cool. So now we go back into Cubase. We find our sample. Doesn't look that different, does it? Pull it in here. Oh, it's a bit longer. That's fine. So it just means that we need to pull that over there. Pull this across. Pull that over there, and then pull that across. And we need to copy some of these. I need to sneeze a bit. It's okay, it's a sneeze, not a cough. Yep. Yep. Okay, so let's try doing that same export and see where we're at. Why do I always get interesting looking emails whenever I'm in the middle of a stream? Bridge 2. Export 5. Oh, we don't need bridge 2 then, do we? Export, please. Exporting, exporting, exporting. Cool. I can put that down. We can open Photo Sounder again. I need you to be in this folder. I need you to open Test Export 5. Oof, there we go, that's cool. So, I'm seeing that. Oh, very interesting. I think those might be the what do you call it, the ring modulator. So that looks dope. What I might want to do is a little more cutting, if I can do more. So it's sort of, I might need to write this down. Hello, pen and paper. So at approximately the first kick, it goes from 700 hertz up to halfway point is 15 hertz. 15 kilohertz, excuse me. And then the final kick, it comes down to 700, probably 500 hertz. 500 hertz. So I'm going to put another EQ on there. What else is making sound? It's just them, isn't it? So that's making some sound. So I think we need to put an EQ on there. So we'll do this. This will handle that particular set of instructions I just wrote down. So we want band 4 again. So frequency at that first kick, 700 hertz. 4, 5, 6, 708. Yeah, fine. So at this point, it doesn't need to do anything there. And then halfway point is 15 hertz, which I suppose is there. Looks about right. Have you got 15 kilohertz? Jolly good. And then the last kick, it's at 500 hertz. 460, that's fine. Okay, so that's following that fine. It also needs to go back up there. So now we just need to have the gain for that particular band. There it is. Gain, so we're going to go start at 0, end at 0. I'll put the 0 here. And then it's just going to go halfway point again, down. So let's have a look. I think I've put the gain the wrong way around, haven't I? So it needs to be... No, what am I on about? Surely it needs to start there. Yes, it does need to start there. I'm being dumb. I suppose you can boost a little bit there as well, can't it? Why not? So here it needs to be all the way down. And here it needs to be all the way down. Just going to curve a tiny, tiny bit. And then back down it comes. I think the gain needs to go a lot faster than that, so we'll do that. Cool. Let's export that again, see how that looks. Balance 6 bridge. And then let's open Photo Sounder again. Hang on, I've not imported that. Go away, go away. You come in here. And then open bridge. So we're looking to get rid of that ideally. Which we haven't. Why is that then? Interesting, isn't it? What I'm sort of inclined to do is just do a tiny bit of modulation effect on that. So we'll just leave that as it is, because meh. So we'll maybe do just a little bit of tremolo or something. Maybe at the start, maybe in the middle, maybe a little bit in the middle, or towards the end. Yeah, towards the end. So let's go depth. I'll do it like that, I think. Because I don't really know what else to do. Okay, so then at the end of that section, let's colour that, and then we'll go back into the next section, which I guess will just be this pink guy again. We're just going to copy, and we're just going to paste that. Maybe here have just a fade out of that root note. Oops. Okay, so I think we need something kind of pitched there. Let's have a play. Yeah, I might just do some of those. Let's have a look. Let's have a play. Synth 1. And then maybe some kind of drum fill. I don't know. I'm inclined to just leave that as it is. So is that going to be affected by... I'm probably going to get rid of that glitch verb for that. Yeah, so that isn't there. So I guess we'd have something like a kick drum, a bunch of snares. I don't know. Let's cut out 2 of them. Boop, boop, boop. Do something like this. We'll bring that up there. And those. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. Da, 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 I think. So we need another one in there. Da, da, da. Yeah. Or maybe that. So, because I'm quite aware that I've been going at this for a while, what I might do is export that and then we'll just have a look at the image of whatever we've got. Because this is one of those things where, like, it sounds kind of cool, but, like, it feels like it's more about the concept, and then whatever the show notes are maybe more interesting than the actual sound of it. But I think, like, having conceptual music is important. Maybe it's not, I don't know. So let's do file export, test bounce, I don't know, 7, whole thing. And it's going to take a minute or 2. Get rid of that. What else might I do? I mean, it doesn't have chords in it, does it? It has the pad, which has sort of got like a melody, so I might do something with that. I might revisit it and add like some vocal samples, maybe like, I don't know, if there's a cheesy song about children washing their hands, that might be helpful. Maybe some World Health Organization tips on not dying. I don't know, like, there's lots I could do with it. So I need a faux sounder, but I think this might be a fun one to revisit. Let it load. Oh, here we go. Okay, so, well, we can already see the bridge here with the huge virus in it. What else can we see? Oh, it's not quite loaded. Okay. We can see the big virus there. And I think things are sort of louder on the inside of the dome, which is kind of what I was after, but not quite as much as I thought it would be. This is obviously the bass doing janky, weird stuff, which I'm in favour of. We can see, if we zoom in far enough, we can see those little tree-like hit things. I don't know what we called them. You can see the synth. It's kind of here. It's not really got an image in it, but you and me know that that sound is derived from the image of the virus. So that's kind of good enough. Yeah, that's the weird thing that sounds like talking. So maybe we'll swap that out. Oh yeah, and we've got the big ones at the front. The audio playback on this isn't as good. It's pretty dope. And we've got to do something a little more intricate with that, but that's quite cool. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for today. Thanks for coming on this bizarre journey with me. I will, I'm sure, do more stuff like this because I enjoy doing bizarre sonification and incorporating images into audio because I am that kind of person. Thanks for hanging out. There are links above my face now where you can find me. I am also on TikTok for no apparent reason. LTGuitarist on TikTok. Thank you Mango Flush for being here. Thank you White Matrix, and thank you whoever Troystick Quill 3 was. He had a bit of a fit there, didn't he? But whatever. I'm in theory streaming tomorrow night, so maybe it'll be this again. Who knows? I certainly don't. Toodaloo.